Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 running around here with the brand new FFAR assault rifle. I am so happy I got this out of a supply drop today as of the May 6th Black Market update, because this is the Black Ops 1 FAMAS just reincarnated here in the Black Ops 3. It has the exact same handling mechanics, has the exact same profile and features. It feels like the Black Ops 1 FAMAS, and it brings back a lot of nostalgia for me personally, and I have a lot of fun playing around with this weapon. So what are the characteristics of this gun? Now keep in mind, I'm not Drifter. I'm waiting actually for Drifters in depth because I would love to learn more about this weapon statistically, but it feels a lot like the Black Ops 1 FAMAS in that it has an insane fire rate. If you guys never played Black Ops 1 or played around with a FAMAS before, it has an insane fire rate. That's kind of like the gimmick, I suppose, of the weapon. It actually has the highest fire rate of all assault rifles here in Black Ops 3 as well. It has, in my opinion, moderate to high recoil. That's why I'm using a grip here, because it was definitely kicking a lot in the first couple of games where I didn't actually have grip unlocked. And I would also say that it's usually a 4-shot kill in my experience. Now, again, I don't have stats here. I'm just eyeballing this. It feels like a 4-shot kill. I didn't notice too many instances of a 3-shot kill, although I could be wrong on that. And I just feel as though 4 shots is like kind of like the average at which I was killing people. But again, the fire rate is so ridiculously high, it's kind of hard to count shots in actual in-game scenarios. So it kills relatively quickly. It has a sluggish reload speed, in my opinion, and the iron sights are decent. They're not the exact same iron sights that we had in Black Ops 1, which is a bit disappointing. I liked those iron sights a little bit more, but they have been reincarnating, I suppose, weapons from previous Call of Duty games into Black Ops 3, and they're changing around the iron sights. For example, the HG40, which is a newer version of the MP40, has different iron sights, right? And the exact same thing is true here of the FFAR, otherwise known as the FAMAS. Can I just call it the FAMAS going forward? Because I don't think anybody likes calling it the FFAR or the FFAR or the FFR or whatever you want to call it, right? I have no idea. I'm just going to call it the FAMAS because it's exactly what the weapon is. They just didn't want to call it the same thing. They wanted to give it a brand new name, so they did. But ultimately, I think everybody's just going to call this thing the FAMAS. It's a lot of fun to use. It really is. I feel as though it falls into that category of not too good, but not too bad, which is right where you want weapons to be out of supply drops, right? Because if you're going to make it so weapons are not available to the mass public and it's completely reliant on chance as to whether or not you're going to get those weapons, then you need to make sure that those weapons are in line with the rest of the guns in the game. The last thing that people want is a ridiculously overpowered weapon coming from a supply drop. That just stinks, and nobody wants to get a weapon from a supply drop and have it just be weak and sluggish, right? No one wants that either. You want a nice middle-of-the-road weapon, and that's why I feel as though the FFAR or the FAMAS actually is. I feel as though it's just a very nice balanced weapon overall, which is odd because if you look back to the original Black Ops, and this may be rose-tinted goggles, and I think we definitely warp or over-exaggerate weapons if we look back in time, but the Black Ops 1 FAMAS was the best weapon in that game. Every COD has it, right? Every COD has a best weapon, and for Black Ops 1, it was just simply the FAMAS. That's not even really my opinion as much as it is just the general consensus of the community. If you watched any competitive video of any pro player playing in that time, it was always FAMAS. They always used it. Actually, the AK-74U was up there as well because it was also a very good gun, but the 74U was a little bit too good for a submachine gun, so they nerfed it. And after the nerf, the FAMAS that was like the new era of the FAMAS. It was the best weapon in that game. Everybody seemed to use it. And so when I think back to it, I think of it as this uber death cannon that all the pro players used, and it was the annoying gun of that game to die to because it was just inherently the best one, or just what everyone thought to be the best weapon at the time anyway. So when I saw they were remastering it essentially and bringing it back here in the Black Ops 3, I thought to myself, is this going to be a really good gun? Because that's what it was back in Black Ops 1. Then you think of the HG40, which was a reincarnated version of the MP40 from World at War, which was the best gun in that game. They keep bringing back the most overpowered guns from older games and bringing them here into Black Ops 3. And I think that there's definitely a little bit of method to their madness when they're doing that. We may be thinking that, oh, the FAMAS of Black Ops 1, that was overpowered, or the MP40 in World at War, that was overpowered because everybody was using it. I think when Treyarch looks at that, they think a lot of people liked using that weapon because they have all the internal stats, obviously, so they know that everybody's using those particular weapons. So they think to themselves, well, that must be a fan favorite of some description then, right? Regardless of the fact that it might have just been overpowered. If it was a fan favorite, we should bring it back, and that's what they've done so far. They've brought back a lot of these fan favorite weapons, although the MX Grand, I can say from experience, the M1 Grand was not a fan favorite in World at War. It was a cool, unique weapon, but it was not overused by any stretch of the imagination. If anything, the M1A1 was. So definitely, they're doing a lot of weird things with these bringing back weapons in the Black Ops 3, but I'm a big fan of it. I love when they bring back stuff from the past into the current games. It's so cool. And that's what we have here with the FFAR or the FAMAS, whichever you want to call it. And I've been enjoying my time with it so far. It's very, very fun. And as somebody, and I'm so happy to finally be able to say this, as somebody who has dark matter, right? right, all I have to do is complete the challenges for this gun. I'll have dark matter for it, like, unlocked automatically. That's going to be pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to trying to do that. I might wait a couple of days before I actually try to do it, because Overwatch has been consuming my life over the past couple of days. It's actually an open beta, and I was planning on doing an Overwatch video today, but unfortunately I didn't have enough time to do that, considering we had the Battlefield 1 worldwide reveal, we had the Black Market update, as well as the implementation of contracts and the season pass benefits and stuff like that, as well as I got 2 new weapons. So I'm a bit packed on videos today, so we might do an Overwatch video tomorrow, but that has been consuming my life, and it's only an open beta for a couple more days, so I may spend more of my free time playing that as compared to trying to unlock dark matter here for FAMAS. But definitely I'm going to get dark matter for this thing. It's a lot of fun to use, and I hope you guys get it. I hope you guys get fortunate enough to actually get this out of a supply drop in the very near future. And if people are wondering, I'm still participating in the quote-unquote black market blackout. I spent all of my crypto keys, essentially, that I had saved up ever since the last black market update, and spent all of those. Ended up getting kind of lucky, I suppose. I got the FAMAS here, I got the new axe, as well as I got an old weapon, the Marshall 16, which I didn't have originally, so I was pretty happy about that. And yeah, so it was a good day overall. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. I just wanted to give you my general thoughts and opinions towards the FAMAS. It's fun. It feels like the Black Ops 1 FAMAS, although it doesn't feel overpowered. It feels as though it fits within Black Ops 3, which is right where everyone wants it to be. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.